back with another weekly preview and the last one, at least the full week of the year. It's AK47 over at tradecaster.com and Prime Trading Investments. Hit the links. Come subscribe over to Tradecaster. 7-day free trials. Prime Trading Investments. I'm doing one-on-ones with traders. I got morning alerts firing away every morning at you. We got you covered. All right. So the last full week of the year, right? So next week is a couple. Of course, we move into New Year. This Wednesday is Christmas. Next Wednesday is New Year's Day. We are off on both of those Wednesdays. So this coming Wednesday, we are off. Tuesday is a half day. So be prepared of that. We do have some what could maybe move the market possibly this week. The bigger one is the initial jobless claims. That's on Thursday morning. That sometimes gives the SPY and then, of course, everything in it a jolt. Otherwise, it's going to be interesting to see. I can't really remember a time in the past what we've done when when Christmas is right smack dab in the middle of the week. You know, we have this holiday right in the middle. So it'll be interesting to see what we get this week from last week, because small caps were, we had a lot of good movement from small caps and, of course, the SPY. So small caps last week. God, I can't remember what all moved on Friday anymore. Let's see here. What was the, let me put my other Thinkorswim over here. Oh, NVNI, that's right. This one ran on Friday. I forgot, we had this one run on Friday. What else ran on Friday? LYT popped up in pre-market but couldn't hold its gain. So we're getting a lot of that still. We're getting some nice good popping. Lay's kind of ran a little, has been a consistent runner here. So Lay's has been running as well. So we've had some runners in small caps. A lot of them haven't held their gains. It's kind of these stocks that out of nowhere toward the end of the day that really get this little U-shape or squeeze pattern. But small caps, watch for that this week. Honestly as well. Just this middle of the week holiday and a half day on Tuesday. What do we honestly get this week? Does it kind of just go? In my opinion, I feel we'll probably get a little jolt, honestly, probably most likely chop, a little inconsistency. Plays are going up and then they're going down. And that's what we had last week, especially in small caps. There's just too many plays popping up in pre-market, 2, 3, 4 new ones every day. Then you're watching 2, 3, 4 old ones, and then it just is a moosh, noosh, glushka, flushka, moosh. That's right. I'm just making up words now. It's just kind of too many plays trying to get going at once, and it's just a mess. They just can't get off the ground, and every time they get going, they fall right down. They get going and they fall right down. It's nice when you have 1 or 2 small cap plays that are just running. So I'd imagine we probably get that inconsistency where we find maybe an all-day runner toward the middle of the day or later in the day, and that pre-market continues with watch for spikes in pre-market. Plays not holding their gains and becoming crashing, coming crashing back on down. Some plays are going up and then right back on down, and then watch for maybe 1 or 2 plays to hold their gains and possibly U-shape later in the day and continue to push and get the mob, or just random moves or previous spikes from like last week or the week before. Like, oh, that spiked a week ago, or that spiked 6 days ago, that spiked a couple days ago. Now for large cap plays, we're finally out of this channel. Is that finally the pullback on the SPY? I don't really think. I know we're due at some point, and I keep getting asked that, AK, is that it? Is this going to be the pullback finally? Is it going to 600 going to be the top for now, and we'll have that pullback we've been anticipating? After this massive rebound on Friday, I know it was a huge sell-off just from JP and whatever we talked about on Wednesday of this last week, and that was a huge sell-off from 605 down to 5. That was that's $20, and then look what we did on Friday. Like, you've got to be kidding me, just when we don't do anything, because, of course, the massive move on Wednesday, Thursday is gross, but oh boy, we're going down more now. Now here comes that end of year, which we typically a lot of the time do, December into January, kind of get this sell-off in red. Boy, Friday from the 70s, 570, 580 area, all the way up to 596. So that's a huge move back on up. And so that'll be one thing to keep your eye on this week. Do we chop back up in a channel? Do we push back on up possibly? So those will be things to keep your eye on this week. Sorry. Anyway, I was like, oh boy. Anyway, all right. So back to the SPY. Let's get to levels here. I thought something. I was like, oh no, the text. And I read that wrong. I was like, what? That's not what I wanted to read. Anyway, let's get back to SPY and levels now. We got it. All right. So SPY and levels this week. Again, do I think the sell-off's there? Not really, in my opinion. I think we're going to start to channel back on up here. And I'm not really going to worry about using certain levels back here. I'll go back to maybe some of these days. But we're just going to go back to the 4-hour. Boy, all those lines that we used to create back down here. You can see we're just in this uptrend channel. Chook, 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 and we finally cracked it right around through here. And can we maintain it, right? So you can see there was this nice uptrend channel that we were on. There's no way, just like this one, you're not going to maintain that forever. And then you're going to have these kind of bigger pullback days. And this happened sooner, where it was just big chunk, this chunk right here. And I have a feeling this is what could happen, where we think, oh, here comes a pullback finally out of the uptrend. Like I said, I know this is days later, and finally get that kind of move down with, I'm sure, a JP or some kind of talk or some kind of data release or whatever it may have been. And we have that move down, but then we kind of chop around for a minute and then work our way back on up. And that's what I would look for. Now, if we finally do ever crack around the 575 to somewhere around that 575 mark, and really start coming back down to 567, 565, that is the end all. Those would be, I say the end all be all, but for that pullback. If we crack 575, that's level 1. Level 2 would be right here, and 565 cracks, you can really start, yep, okay, now we're going to have that multi-week, probably maybe multi-month, obviously, pullback. Now on the way back on up in levels for the week. Let me go back and use just a few more days back there that I was looking at just a little. Let me go back to 30. Oh, that's right. I was in a 30-minute time frame is why. This is why I could catch those days back there. It's because I was in 30 minutes. All right, let's go back. Now I do have to go back. Let's go back. It's 30 and 30. 30 for 30 on AK-47. Marco, why don't you lay down, goober? All right, so levels on the way up I would worry about. Once we get over Friday's high of day in that 596 mark, 595.50 mark, watch for a pop up to 596.50, then up to around 597.50. I think my normal high for the week is going to be a pop close back to 600 here for your normal high of the week, okay? Normal high of the week, 600. Ultimate high of the week, we're right back in the channel, and we get right back just over, we'll get somewhere just to 602.50, maybe a smidge over it, and then we're going to try to reclaim that channel and go through that easily, in my opinion, for the move back up to, say, like 606.50, somewhere right around there for my ultimate high of the week. It'll be reclaiming that channel, or at least an attempt to, and from 602.50, I think we can get back up to the 606.50 mark. Now on the way, but you know what? I'll go 600 to 602.50 normal high of the week then, just because that channel is so defined right there at 602.50. On the way back on down, my normal low of the week is going to be right on, if we start cracking back under 87.75, or of course below Friday in that little junction there. Watch for a crack just like we did here on Thursday down. We'd make our way down to probably 85. Under 585, watch for the move down to this little area, 582.50 to 581.50, somewhere in there, normal low of the week. Ultimate low of the week back down to where we came from on Friday, and that low of 577.75 will be my ultimate low of the week. Alphabetical time here. Let's go to Apple. We are at all-time highs, as you can see here. Nice W shape on the daily, clean as day. On the way back on up, over 55, this high right there in after hours on Friday. And watch for this, honestly, here when we start running on Sunday, we have that little, after, or that, whatever you want to call it, we can run on Sunday. I want to say after hours, but we're running here in the next couple hours after I release this. Just like I talked about Tesla a week or two ago and W key, remember, for the squeeze up? Well, W key was for Monday. I forgot about telling you Tesla on Monday. I kept saying Tesla Monday. I keep forgetting that we run market here at about, I think it's 8 or 7 o'clock Eastern. Watch for Apple. If you Sunday traders are trading or you trade futures, keep an eye on Apple. I guarantee you this play is going to squeeze to new all-time highs when we run here in the next couple of hours after I release this. Then watch for pre-market as well tomorrow morning. Normal high of the week, we're going to 58.75 area. We won't go up too much higher, close to 560, or my bad, 58.75 to 260, somewhere in there, normal high of the week. Ultimate high of the week would be if SPY really does get a good strong push and somewhat regain that channel. Watch for a move to 262.50 to 263 for your ultimate high of the week. On the way back on down, back under 254 is going to be huge. Down to then 252.50, 75 area. Then down below 252, watch for a bounce right around this 251.75 mark. Below that, watch for a crack back on down. I would say, and I just go straight, I'm almost doing like my morning alerts and giving you a preview of walking you through levels. 250 normal low of the week, ultimate low of the week. If we do get a sell-off and SPY heads right back on down to where we came from in that 577 area, 246 ultimate lows, 250 normal lows. Over to AMD. Sell-off continues in this downtrend. That trend will eventually break and we will pop back up. Could that happen this week? Maybe. Finally, I'll go watch back over 122 to 123.50. Over that, watch for a pop-up. Actually, no, I'm going to stay with that. 123.50 and we stay in the downtrend. Normal high of the week. Ultimate high of the week. We eventually break it and make our way back up to 128, possibly 128.75. On the way back on down, normal low of the week right there at that 116 mark. If we crack back under 116, watch for the crack more and continuing into that downtrend of 110. There's a nice good uptrend crack right there from Amazon on Wednesday of last week. Now that W back over to 26.25. Watch for the pop up to 228. And I'm going to go with 230. Normal high of the week, ultimate high of the week, regaining back into that channel and getting back up to all-time highs. And I'll say even higher than this 233. We set all-time highs and get close back up to this uptrend channel of around 235. On the way back on down, we'll go with essentially 220 was what I was going to go with, but we'll go with essentially right there on Wednesday in that low 220 to 219. Normal low of the week, ultimate low of the week. Watch for a crack back down to 216.50 or so, the low from Thursday in pre-market. Amazon, or I should say ARM here in a downtrend as well. A little choppier downtrend. Going to stick with that theme of, maybe not popping up out of that downtrend. So watch for a move up. Normal high of the week, 135. Ultimate high of the week, over 135. Moves it up to 140 and over 140. Watch for a pop up to around 142.50 for ultimate high of the week. For your move back on down, 127.75 cracks. Watch for the crack back on down to... Ooh, that's some area we haven't been into really in a while. I'll go with 125, normal low of the week, ultimate low of the week under 125, 125.50. Watch for a crack back down to 121.50, ultimate low of the week there for ARM. Over to Google, looking to somewhat get into a channel mode here. So back over 195, watch for a pop to 197.50, then the 199, 198.75 roll. I'm going to stick with this 200. I'll go with 280 to 202. I know there's a real sharp, Eiffel Tower type of Empire State Building upper shadow there at up to 203. So I'm going to stick with normal high of the week 200 to 275. Ultimate high of the week, watch for a move to 203. Not new all-time highs. I will say that ends up being like another double top before we do make new. On the way back on down, back under 175 down to 190. Normal low of the week there because I say we get back into channel mode. Under 190 back down to 185. 190 normal low of the week, 185 ultimate low of the week. You heard it here first. Meta, downtrend starting to form a little bit. We'll say we stick in that. Normal high of the week, somewhere right around this 599. I'll say we start to channel out to the right, not downtrend. Normal high of the week, watch for a move back up to the 603 mark. 603 to 605. Ultimate high of the week, watch for a move back up to 613. Over that, watch to 615. We're down here, though. Yeah, I'm going to go 605 normal high of the week. 605 normal high of the week. Ultimate high of the week, 613. Well, we'll go whatever that is, 612 up to around 615 or so. Down below, she says. He said, no, that was me. I said it. Under 583, watch for the crack down. Oh, man. Yowza Trousitons. Oh, yowza. Here's another one of those ones. Where are we going to get back down to, Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Because 83, 85, there's no way that can be normal low of the week because we're that close. Even if we rebound, I guess we could, but we have to rebound right away. These, I have to. It's hard to tell what happens here on the Sunday on the movement here in the next couple of hours, and what do we do Monday and pre-market. I just can't give that normal low of the week. I just feel we could stay in that downtrend and somehow, whether it's tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, have a sell-off and come down. I'm going to go normal low of the week right there in this 575 mark. Ultimate low of the week under 575. Watch for a crack back down. I don't know why I just feel this big sell-off coming from Meta there. I'm not going to go all the way down to 550, but Yeah, hey, it could. I'm going to go because meta does move pretty big. You can see some weeks it does channel up. Like we could just go back to this Monday. Lows were 607, highs were, it's a $30 week. That's it. It wasn't until this day that we cracked back on down. So I'm going to go 575 normal low of the week. Ultimate low of the week under 575. If we do just have some kind of crash down, I'll say watch for a crack because we're at 88. Yep. So 575. I'll keep it. That's what I was going to go with, somewhere right around 560. 560 to 565. Ultimate low of the week. Although it could get lower. It could get lower. Microsoft out to this channel. Real wonky. Was kind of in an uptrend channel. Really ugly, wonky chart. Normal high of the week, this right here, 443.50. Ultimate high of the week. Watch for a pop back up through 445. I would go, oh man, this is an ugly chart. Somewhere right around 440. I'll go, 449, 448.75 rule, 448.75. The 875 rule up to 450. Normal low of the week created right there on Friday makes that real easy to see. But if we crack that, and you can just come back over this area and see support there is, that's nice. 875 rule showing up as well. Watch for a crack back down to 422.50. Ultimate low of the week there for Microsoft. NVDA, watch for a pop back on over here over the 136.65 mark. Normal high of the week up to 140. And we just kind of base out into a channel. And with the bottom part, which I'll get into in a minute, but now finally getting created a little bit lower. Being somewhat into a downtrend that we're continuing on. Over 140, watch for a pop back on up to 142. And I'll say we won't get back up to the top, but I'll say where we kind of this little daily head and shoulder right there, little mini head and shoulder in 3 days. I'll go back to 144 for the ultimate high of the week. 140 normal high. For the way back on down, man, these charts are just ugly. I'm going to go with 130 normal low of the week, 130 normal low of the week. This 127 to 126.50 ultimate low of the week. Over to the Qs. If you trade the futures, watch for some good movement here coming up in a couple of hours here, like I talked about. Especially if we get back over this 21 mark, over 521 and 521.50, she'll fly up to 523.50, then to 525. Now, again, for normal high of the week, because we want to get straight to that, where I feel this play could channel up at. And I feel overall, like, you go back and look at, we don't really do it too long in a certain area, so that's why I just don't feel like we'll channel too much here, honestly, before maybe making some sort of uptrend again, or stay in a downtrend possibly. And so if we stay in a downtrend, that's really putting us right around the 525 mark, somewhere right around there. I'm going to stay with that for my normal high of the week. Ultimate high of the week, watch for a pop up, all the way back up to 530. Oh no, 532, 532.50, 532.50. 530 minimum for ultimate high of the week. Ultimate high, 532.50. And again, shortened week here. We have one less day. Don't forget about that team and a half day here. So I'm trying to factor in not nearly as much movement on some of these plays either. Normal low of the week. Watch for 515 to be your normal low of the week. Ultimate low of the week under 515. Watch for the crack back down to 510. And lastly, the one that we do mostly days in, days out. There's that nice good uptrend channel crack. Again, another one that we had on Wednesday because of the crazy pullbacks. Do we start to slowly kind of stay in a downtrend here, in a real choppy kind of downtrend like this was up? This one, could, and just I say choppy, but there are good days in there for sure. But stay in the downtrend. And the downtrend right now really seems to be almost forming like this is an anomaly and almost starting to form like right through there. You can see that. So that would be 440 normal high of the week. Ultimate high of the week over 440 would pop it back up to 460. Ultimate highs there. For the way back on down 410 normal low of the week. Ultimate low of the week under 410. I think she cracks through 400 in my opinion. Down to 390. Even possibly 380 could be on watch. 390 to 380 ultimate low of the week. Again, don't forget we are off on Wednesday. It's a half day on Tuesday. Really, what happens tomorrow could probably be a precursor of what happens on Tuesday. If we get some choppier gross movement tomorrow throughout the board, I bet on Tuesday, half day, not so great. Then really would come into Thursday, which then we could finally get some good movement after the day off. Again, with the initial jobless claims report or whatever, that typically gets the SPY going. Get a jolt there. And pre-market maybe leads to a good big move that day through Friday. But then the same thing would happen for the following week with New Year's. People are traveling. It's holiday season. Oh, and by the way, Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho! Half price sales right now on my website. Take advantage of that. So, again, team, have a Merry Christmas. I keep forgetting I should have started that off with Merry Christmas because it is coming up this Wednesday. But Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year, too, if somehow you're heading out. Maybe you're not going to catch this again till maybe a week or two or whatever for now. But until next week, and I'll do another one of these next week just to let everyone know. Again, it's the new year, and it's a shortened week. But we have 2 shortened weeks coming up. Take advantage of being with your friends and family and eating some good food. Again, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas on Wednesday, team, and have a great green week. That's green, right? It's Christmas time.